Pick up Damar Khan on Starbase 114 and bring him to Starbase 39 Sierra. Starbase 114 is located in the Sela system in the Beta Quadrant.
Good morning, everybody. Ollamh here, and welcome back to Star Trek Online with Captain Ollamh. And what did we name this one? The Bugger It. That's right, Bugger It. Now, I have changed a few things as far as the character. I actually went through and did the Melting Pot and Beyond the Nexus quite a few times, and as you can see, we have a lot of different stuff. We actually have all four of the incontrovertible defenses, the shields, the hyper-impulse engines, the warp core, and the deflector. We also have all three of the trilithium-laced weaponry, Nexus Omni Energy Weapon, trilithium tri-cobalt torpedo launcher, and the console for reinforced armaments. Yay. So yeah, we have wow, we have some powerful stuff here. So let's jump in, and we need to ferry an ambassador from a diplomat from one space station to another. All right, there we go. So yes, we are in our like quasi Defiance class ship. We actually, our warp is like super fast. Like, we're talking like, technically we're trans warp. It's not just warp, because we're actually going above what would be called warp 10. Which, for those of you who don't know, warp 10, a full warp 10 is perpetual motion. That's something you don't want to do, because you can't stop. All right. Hi. Damar Khan. Hello, Captain. Admiral Quinn told me that you would be available to take me to Starbase 39 Sierra. From there, I'm going to the Hobus system. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about that area. Fascinating place. I've made it my life's work. This life, anyway. This life? I'm a Trill. Some among my people were lucky enough to be joined with a symbiotic life form. We share our bodies with them, and in return, they share lifetimes of knowledge and memories with us. Okay, so what is the Hobus system? The star in the Hobus system went supernova in 2387. The resulting explosion devastated the planets in the system, of course. But then it created a chain reaction that cut a path of destruction more than 500 light years long. More than a dozen systems were affected by the Hobus event. Most notably the Romulus system. Both Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Billions lost their lives. The thing is, an M-class planet like Romulus should have been protected by its stellar magnetosphere and its planetary magnetic field. They act like shields to protect the planet from radiation, and a supernova blast is highly energetic radiation. If the supernova is large enough, it will overwhelm those defenses, but the Romulans should have had decades to prepare for the wave's arrival, as they only had hours. Did Starfleet try and help? Ambassador Spock attempted to organize... Okay, so this is like the new Star Trek reboot. Basically kind of the events that led to the I think it's called the Kelvin universe. It was a horrible time. Ambassador Spock, yada yada. Nero destroyed dozens of ships, and even attacked the Klingon fleet led by General Worf. I hear Worf barely survived. That sucks. Okay, are you ready to go? Packed and ready. The USS Tucker is waiting for me at the starbase. They'll be taking me to the Hobus system. Alright? Alright, so now we go to the Sierra system. What just happened there? That was kind of weird. But yeah, if you look, we're traveling at transwarp 10.99, which if we were traveling at using a standard warp core and standard warp speeds, that would be beyond perpetual motion. And like I said, perpetual motion sounds great, except for the fact that you cannot stop. So not so good when you're traveling, because yeah, I like being able to stop when needed. But yes, we have a lot of capabilities. We have a lot of weapons. Our warp core is so much better than what we've had. And I finally figured it out. If we go to our duty officers and go to R&D, we can go in there and we can say, hey, hey, we want to do dual heavy cannons, but I think we're up to level 8. So we need like all these different things here. And that's where we use like the Z particles and the different things that we scan and pick up. So that's, and of course, you know, as the higher your character, the less likely it is to be able to actually find that crap. But yeah, we can travel at a pretty fast clip now. Right, okay, so let's go down to the station. We need to deliver our ambassador. At least this one didn't say, okay, do you want to dock with the station? No, it's just, we're just beaming down to the station. We're not docking. And I know there's quests on this station that's a whole lot of running back and forth, basically. Alright. Damar Khan, are you scared to go into Romulan space? Never. The crew of the Tucker can handle anything the Romulans can throw at us. Besides, you can only learn so much from sensors and probes. To really understand the Hobus system, we need to be there. What can you tell me about the Romulan space? Romulans are touchy, watch what you say or you'll be in for a fight. The Remans don't even bother talking before they fire, so I think they're more dangerous than the Romulans. Sela's found some new allies too. They're from the Delta Quadrant, but I don't know much about them. I can tell you a little bit about them. I saw some of them on Nimbus 3. Alright, so that's done. Empress Sela. You may have heard about the tragedy at Kittimer. Empress Sela attempted to disrupt the conference with a bomb, resulting in the death of Commander Tamar. So now Sela is offering a political reconciliation with the Federation, despite the fact that we have allied with the Romulan Republic. She has invited Federation diplomats to meet with her at the delegation at a secure base on the edge of the neutral zone. However, we have recently received intelligence that Sela is amassing a fleet. We are sending you there we are sending you with the peace delegation as cover for your investigation into Sela's activities. This is a very delicate situation. You must try and covertly obtain information about Sela's plans without disrupting our peace efforts or upsetting Sela. However, you do have an agent in... We do have an agent in her retinue who will help you. Okay, that's great. Alright, so we need to go to... Agrama. Agrama? We need to go somewhere. No, we don't want to beam down. We want to warp out. But yeah, see, it's like almost two sectors over, but we are booking it. Now I assume, yes, all my traits are still there. For some reason, every time you get a new set of traits, or you open up traits, they all wipe, and you have to choose them all over again, which sucks. It really sucks. Vendor system? Didn't we? I thought we were there once. That sounds familiar. And that's a pretty sight. I do love how, you know, like so many things are just, it looks so pretty and dangerous and horrible. Like, I don't know if that's a gas cloud. Okay, that's a cluster of some sort. So I'm thinking that's like a gas cloud and not like this giant rip in space. I hope it's not a giant rip in space. I do not like giant rips in space. And I think that little orange ball right there is where we're going. Or at least the solar system we're going to. Yep. And we're going to the ringed planet right over here. All right, Sela, what do you got for us? Empress Sela. We've arrived. Incoming hail. Should put
Greetings and welcome to Agrama. I am pleased that Starfleet sent such a notable officer as its representative at this conference. Please enter a standard orbit and transport down to these coordinates. This meeting may mark the beginning of a new day for the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire.
I hope we can find a path to peace. There's been too much conflict between our peoples. There's some anomalies to pick up. Now that I know how to use the anomalies, the stuff that we get from the anomalies, it's like, okay, yeah, let's actually pick stuff up. Okay, it's not too far out of the beaten path. That's kind of nice. So yeah, like I said, it's I do like how I love the look of the game. I will always love the look of the game. And I do love the fact that they got some of the voice actors. Like, I think that might actually be, was Denise Crosby that played Tasha Yar and Empress Sela on the show. So, alright, let's beam down and see what they, Okay, we'll take all tactical officer. Sure, that's... Alright, and we need to take a real quick break, so we will be back in just a little bit. Stay tuned. And welcome back from the break, everybody. My camera's just twitching out of here a little bit, but okay. Wow, Empress Sela is greeting us personally.
The rest of the delegates are already in the conference room. My aide, Jevon, will take you there. I have some business to attend to before we begin.
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Empress. I look forward to a productive conversation. Empress, there's an urgent message from the fleet. Not here. Follow me. Did you hear what she said about a fleet? That's not good. We've seen Empress Sela. I have a message for her. I'm surprised they're letting us just carry weapons in here.
The Romulans can be so difficult to deal with, especially these Imperials. They are forever setting traps, twisting words, and jockeying for advantage. Even a conference with the Klingons would be preferable. At least you know where you stand with Klingons. I'm reminded of a line I read once in an ancient Earth text. Hide a knife behind a smile. Every smile here hides a knife.
I'll be on my guard. Hi.
We are so pleased that you were able to attend our conference. The Empire was quite dismayed at your decision to support the terrorist insurgents rather than the rightful government of the Romulan people. So much for your vaunted Prime Directive.
That's only for primitive species.
Neither of us benefit from extended conflict. So, despite your questionable alliances, we are choosing to open negotiations in hopes of normalizing relations between the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. The Prime Directive is only for, like, primitive developing species, not like Romulans that are way advanced from the human race. Let's consider today as a first step towards a lasting accord.
I thought the Federation's alliance with the Romulan Republic would be the end of any meaningful dialogues with Empress Sela. After all, she considers the Republic to be a terrorist organization. She may have an ulterior motive for inviting us here, but we had to take the chance that Sela's offer to negotiate is sincere and act in kind. The Federation must pursue every avenue for peace.
Right, yeah. I agree, Ambassador. Maybe she's seen how pointless this conflict is. Not that I actually believe that, but...
It is agreeable to meet with you. You have my people's enduring gratitude for how you handled that matter with Ambassador Soketh. This is another trying time for Vulcan. The Romulan Star Empire blames the Vulcan Science Academy for the Hobus supernova that destroyed their world. They are utterly intransigent in this misguided belief, despite the fact that Ambassador Spock warned them of the danger and ultimately gave his life to stop the loss of worlds. Romulans are a most illogical people. Sometimes I find it hard to believe we were once a single species.
Yeah.
Welcome to Agrama. Isn't this a lovely facility? You must tour the atrium.
Beautiful.
Hard to believe this system was infested by Orion pirates not long ago. You know, some of my colleagues were against this meeting, but I lobbied for it. I said the entire Federation cannot be as blind as the people who were at the farce at Kittimer. If you just see the problems the Romulan Republic are causing, I'm sure you can persuade your government to reconsider their and sever their agreements with these rebels.
It'll take more than a warm welcome to make us change our mind about the Republic, Counselor.
I am so pleased to see the Federation recognize and attempt to rectify its past mistakes.
I'm sorry,
people as clever as
our
yours
mistake?
would realize eventually that it is folly to antagonize the Romulan Star Empire. I am also confident it will only be a matter of time before you realize that you have made a grievous error by allying yourselves with terrorists, scoundrels, and thieves. The sooner you renounce your poorly considered alliance with the so-called Romulan Republic...
Do these guys remind you of anybody?
...to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Granted, they have better hair. I can only say that I'm glad we have taken this first step. Hi? I'm sorry, what? Okay, so we need to follow you. To where? Carrying the food. Oh, so is this the agent, and this is like him? Okay, so what's up, bud?
Franklin Drake says you can be trusted, and that is enough for me. There's more going on here than a diplomatic conference. Sela has no interest in courting the Federation. So why is she suddenly doing so now? We're going to find out what she's up to.
What do you propose?
The lower level of this facility is off limits to everyone but the Empress and her aides. But
well, that's suspicious.
Right over there opens up to a maintenance tunnel that leads down. The doorway is guarded. So while I distract the guards, you sneak through the door.
Got it. So that door that's being guarded right there, the one that's green? God, security breach! Suspicious package! I'll show you a suspicious package.
The hatch is just ahead in the northeast corner of the room. There will be a security room near the exit of the maintenance tunnel on the level below us.
Right.
Access one of the consoles there. Maybe you'll learn more about what she's doing.
Maybe.
Get back to the reception before I'm missed. But I should be able to cover your absence for a few minutes. More than that, and you're on your own.
Thanks. All right, so let's security room, right. Communications logs. Encoding Iota 215 classified material eyes only to John to Empress Sela. Per our agreement, my ships have acquired the Borg sphere and towed it to the Pilatus system. I anticipate your prompt acceptance of our proposal for new hunting grounds and the interesting prey that you have promised us. Okay. Storage facility. What do you got here?
Empress, the fleet is on its way to Vulcan.
Excellent. Have the weapons loaded aboard my ship.
Do what now?
I will depart as soon as they are on board.
I'm sorry, but...
We will have our revenge for the destruction of Romulus. Hail Hakiv and put him through to my personal terminal.
Well, that's not good.
I have matters to attend to.
Yes, Empress.
Office camera? Access active communications channels. There are no communications channels at the moment. Transport inhibitor. Okay, let's turn that off. I tried doing the office camera, but there was nothing.
Computer, begin playback of file 2895 Gamma.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant.
Right, we've already kind of gone over this.
I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed.
Computer, end file. I cannot suffer more of that arrogant fool.
Hey!
Vulcan will suffer the same fate as my world.
Okay, so yeah, she's kind of going after Vulcan. All right, active communication channels.
I have Hakiv, Empress.
Patch him through.
So we have to go level by level.
My fleet has launched for Vulcan. I expect you to rendezvous with us there.
Alas, I must disappoint you. The terrorist cells of the Romulan Republic demand my full attention.
Aww.
And with Taurus missing...
Spare me your excuses, Hakiv. Nothing is more important than avenging the destruction of our homeworld.
Too bad she wasn't home when it went.
I trust you will not do so again.
Alright, so now we have to destroy the weapons. Is that one of the... No. Oh, okay. It'll tell us right where to put the spatial charges. Wait, what's that? Oh, will this point us in the direction of where we need to go? Oh, I didn't know that. That's a change. That's kind of a change. Clear the blast area.
I should have known the Federation would send spies instead of diplomats. And you call us treacherous.
Yeah? You're trying to get us here and peaceful.
My fleet is already en route to Vulcan. You cannot stop what has begun.
Can they travel at transwarp speed, baby? Because if not, I can beat them. Yeah, I bet.
Work on disabling the transport inhibitor. Your ambassadors are safely back on their ships.
Okay, so she was trying to keep everybody here.
Now it's time for me to get out while I still can. Farewell.
While they attacked Vulcan. Captain, the satellites are emitting a dampening field that has knocked our engines offline. Diplomatic vessels have been similarly affected. Alright, so let's take out the, dear gods, everything's blowing up. Now, yeah, we have a slower torpedo. But it is very, very powerful. And it's also very, very slow on the very slow on recharge rate. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with that or not. Because honestly, it is like very slow on the recharge rate. But at the same time, if I fire at a specific, if I fire it at somebody and they blow up before that hits, it will go off and go towards somebody else. All right, fine then. Yeah. Bye-bye. That's gonna hurt a lot, yeah. Alright, we need to stop and, like, let our guys, like, repair real quick. Wait, somebody just warped in. That means, in theory, they should be able to warp out, right? Okay, there's a lot of bad guys. Lot of bad guys. Not liking this. Alright, there's that. Let's kind of guard ourselves a little bit as far as... That's nice. Let's just say, the fire at will, can you please take care of those, Alright, yeah. Actually, we're doing pretty well, all things considered. I mean, we have fought some pretty big bad stuff here. Warn Starfleet of the invasion. Right.
I had not expected to hear from you so soon. Was your mission successful?
Sela's launched an attack fleet and her target is Vulcan.
I should have expected as much. You cannot trust them. I never do. I am contacting all available ships. We will meet you there.
Right. So now we have to warp to Vulcan to save it. So we need to take another real quick break, and then we'll be back with the Battle of Vulcan. Yay! Alright, and we are at the Vulcan system.
Thanks to your warning, we were able to divert some ships to defend Vulcan. I have come to personally command the defense.
That's great.
The other forces have already been briefed. Your role in this battle will be to defend the science vessels that have set up a tachyon detection grid to detect any cloaked Romulan ships.
Right.
The ships maintaining the grid will be priority targets for the Romulans, but they must remain in position or the grid will collapse. That is why I need you to protect them.
Right. No problem. Quiet. Too quiet. I agree. So, am I just...
How can you fight what you cannot see? Surrender now, and I may give you a merciful death.
Our tachyon detection grid has revealed scout ships attempting to penetrate the perimeter.
Not surprising. Let's take them out, shall we? Well, they're coming straight for us. Coming right for us! Man, they are slow, though. Man, they are slow. There we go. Yeah! How'd you like that? I'm guessing you didn't like it that much. But yeah, I do like this ship. Man, I like this ship.
Your attempts to interfere are meaningless. Vulcan must pay for its crimes.
Look, it wasn't Vulcan that caused the problem, was it? Alright, it's just a single ship. In that case, we want heavy overloads. Bye-bye.
Sela has launched an assault. Silence them. Maintain formation. All other forces converge on the Romulan fleet.
That's right. I'm just like pouring tons of energy into your ship. Alright. Holy crap, really? Man, we kind of got the short end of the stick here. Damn. All right. Let's make sure not to get hit by the warp, their warp singularity exploding. Holy crap, that is a lot of people. That is like a massive, massive fleet. Fire everything! Holy crapoly. Yeah, this is an insane battle. This is like nuts. Holy crap. Okay, get us away from everybody for a moment.
Rear shields failing.
Holy crap. That was kind of insane, honestly. It's still insane. Just look at all of that. All right, but that's the one we're going for. The heavy warbird. We should be able to take it down quickly. Relatively quickly, maybe. All right, I think that should... Oh, that was Sela's ship, wasn't it? And she just... And she just, like, noped right on out. See how that shifted? That shifted from one target to another? Yeah. Right, there's more coming? Well, I can't do anything right. I was gonna say, I can't do anything right now because you're, like, preventing. Jeez. Dude, look at all this. I mean, we're getting all kinds of stuff here, which is nice, I guess. But still, this is insanity. There we go. Launch one of the big boys. Alright, I think we're on mopping up action now. Yeah, with all of the people that are here, this is pretty much mopping up action. Oh, hello. What did you just fire, and where can I get one? I would rather not pull you towards me until I'm ready to fire, like, every damn thing my ship can handle. There we go, now. And even then, it's like, it didn't do a whole hell of a lot. All right, we're just okay, yeah, we're outside of. Hi there. Have fun with the big bomb. Okay, that was Sela's ship. Holy crap. Well, all right. We managed not to die.
You may have won this day, but the fight will continue. Romulus will be avenged. There will be blood for blood, death for death. My world is gone. I will not rest until Vulcan suffers the same fate.
Vulcan is not to blame, Sela. The Federation wants peace with your people.
Indeed. Then why does Starfleet use ships equipped with weapons of mass destruction? Why did the Vulcan Science Council willfully refuse to assist us when there was a chance to save our world? Every sorrow in my life can be laid at the feet of the Federation.
You're blinded by anger and grief. I hope you see the truth before it's too late. I'm detecting some unusual energy signals from some of the debris. Let me guess, Borg tech? Sir, there teaches Borg energy signatures. I think Romulans may have modified their ships with Borg technology. Something to look into. All right. Wow, that was kind of a long mission, really. Damn. But that was fun. That huge, massive battle was beautiful. I doubt we've seen the last of Sela. The people of Vulcan and Starfleet Command both asked me to congratulate you on averting what could have been a terrible disaster. Clearly, she is blinded by anger. Perhaps in time, Sela will come to realize that Vulcan and Starfleet are not to blame for the destruction of Romulus. I'm deeply concerned by your discovery of Romulan attempts to modify Borg technology. Such attempts in the past have led only to disaster, but Sela is desperate to hold the remnants of the Romulan Empire together, and desperate people take great risks. We were very fortunate to get the information we did from Section 31. Even I don't know exactly who is involved or from where Section 31 gets its authorization to act. It was very highly placed allies, many of whom work to protect the organizations from scrutiny. I doubt this will be the last time you encounter them, Captain. You need to stay on your guard. I agree. How is that compared to what we've got? Not as good. Personal shield is better. All right, we'll take the shield.
Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you. Not right now. All right, so we will put that in there. And that is all the time we have for today. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. And don't forget to press the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though
put the headband on him and he blinks repeatedly, shaking his head. Oh my goodness. Where am I? I'm still in the mine. This should act as a stark reminder. These men have housing and food provided, the privilege of paid work,